So this is going to be a little review for the quiz we're going to have this week, and also to make sure you understand what we've done so far in the class. So this is the Unity Hub. It's where we create our projects and make sure we're creating the right kind of project and that we give it a name. So this shows me the projects I have right now. This shows me the installs I have. And then if you want to practice, there's Unity Learn here, if you want to do some lessons. So this is an existing project. If I want to create a new one, I'm going up here. And what we've covered is pretty simple. You're going to choose the version. You really can't affect this, but you want to make sure it usually says 2022.3. You're going to make sure it's either a 3D or 2D game, unless we get to VR later on. Usually 3D. You're going to come here and you're going to choose this. This part has to be done. So you want to go to this PC. If it's not open, open it. And then you want to go to Documents. This PC Documents, you want to create a new folder if you don't have one. So it better be in here. Mine is called Unity 2425. I would select that folder. And then I would give it a name when I'm create one. Like moving project, shooting project, FPS, etc. Practice project. And then you create it. So, I don't know if you have this or not, but I chose this when I was doing, we were working in teams. So if not, make sure you choose it if you have to. Now I've already got one created, so I'm not going to create it because it would take a while to do it. So we're going to practice what we've done here so far too. So this is an existing scene. You can see I have a bunch of scenes in here. If you don't save a scene, you're going to end up with a bunch of nothing inside here. So make sure you do. So I'm going to go to create a new scene. So I don't need to create a new project, just a new scene. I'm going to choose the basic scene and create it. Now if you don't save your project, this is all you're going to have. Is a main camera and a directional light. That's it. So, alright, so let's take a look. Everything seems to be set okay. Alright, so I'm going to create like a little simple game that we've been working on. So I'm going to go Game Object, 3D Object, Plane. Okay, I want to make sure it's zeroed out in here. And it's 0.5, it's going to be some kind of thickness scale. So I'm going to name it Ground. We always rename our objects. Type it in here, hit enter. Okay, you can see it's ground now. You could rename it here also. If I double click on it, I zoom in. I want to make it a little bit bigger. I don't need to make it any thicker, so I'm just going to make it 3 on the X, 3 on the Z. And double click on it again. And I can see it's good because it's going this way. That blue arrow tells me that's where it's going. Okay, so now I'm going to create a cube so that we can move it. Again, 3D object, cube. I'm going to name it Player. And I'm going to, if I double click on it, you can see it's in the ground. So this is pretty easy because the ground is 0.5 on the Y. I'm going to make the player up 0.5. Actually, it is up 0.5. Let me make my ground 0. There it is. So make sure your ground is 0 on the Y, and then your player 0.5 will make it up so it's above the ground. Okay, so we're going to create some colors pretty quickly. Double click on the ground, so I'm zoomed in on it. Double click on my player. I can see it's also going that direction, so I'm good. Ground and player is going that direction. So I already have a folder with materials. If not, I would right click, create folder, and name it materials. Again, right clicking inside here. So I already have a bunch of materials. To create one, again, inside here, inside my assets materials, right click, create material. You would usually name it. Let's say I name it blue. Then I simply go to it here, click over here. Well, I'm clicked on it here, click on it here, click here, anywhere in here, and then click here, and you can see it's now giving me that color. I already have a blue, that's why it's giving me a blue one. And then I simply drag it on. You simply just drag it and click on it and drag it. Okay, so now I've got my ground, I've got my player. Back to my assets here, and again I have a folder called scripts. Right click, create folder, scripts. I already have some scripts written, so if I wanted to create a new one, it's right click, create C# script, and then you name it. Name it. Do not let it be called new behavior, and then hit enter. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to write. So I'm double clicking on it to open it. Okay, so this is pretty big. I'm going to hold down the control button on my bottom of my keyboard, bottom left, and I'm going to roll my wheel because that's way too big. Okay, let's practice what we're going to write. Okay, we haven't written anything here. Okay, good. So, I want to have a variable. So I want to be able to control this in the game. And we're not going to jump. I'm going to call it speed. So, if I make a public variable, that means I can see it in the game and I can control it. And I want to be able to change the speed in the game as I'm playing it. I don't want to have to go back to the script. So I'm going to make it public. I don't have to. If I don't make it public, I can't control the game. This I have to do. I have to tell the computer what kind of variable it's going to be. In this case, it's going to be, I want to be able to use a decimal, so I'm using float. I could put int in here for a whole number, but then it'd have to be a whole number. So, and this is the variable name we make up. So that means we make it up so that it means something. So this means I'm going to see in my game speed. Right now I can make it any value I want, but because it's a decimal and a floating point decimal, this could float over here or there. There's going to be an F there. Always end with a semicolon. Okay, so I'm going to make it move. I'm going to hit transform dot translate. Transform is we'll look at those in a minute. The position, rotation, and scale. And translation is a geometric movement. So I'm going to, let's say we move it on the X value. So I don't want to put a number in there. I'm going to use this. X, Y, or Z, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to move it left and right. So I'm going to type my variable. And I'm going to move it left and right, not on the Y, not on the Z. Semicolon. Okay. So the variable is before void start after this first curly bracket. Hit return a couple times so you're underneath it, not even with it. Okay. Then we want to move this to every frame of the game, so it's not in void start. You don't touch this. You also don't touch any of this. This is the name. All this stays the same. And then we're going to affect our transforms. We're going to move the entire object, and we're going to move it on the left and right. Then we have to save it. Notice this script is called practice. So the script does nothing unless it's on the player. Now these are my transforms. You can see it right there. So I'm going to transform the position. I could make it rotate, which we'll do later. I could actually increase the size too while it's playing. But right now I'm affecting position. So the translation will be moving it. So nothing on the player though. So I'm going to take that practice script and put it on there. So I'm on the player, clicking the script, and you can see there's the public variable. If I didn't make that public, it would see the script but nothing here. Every time I change it, I'd have to go back and change it in the game. So we can see it's a little bit too fast. That's where we made it public. I can make it 0.008. A little bit better. Okay, my main camera is pretty close. I'm clicking on my camera. I'm going to move it back a little bit and up a little bit. Okay, now because I want to see it move, I'm going to drag the camera into the player. Notice it is now part of the player. I drag the camera into the player, not the other way around. I'm going to hold down Alt and straighten this out. And the last thing I'm going to do is I want to fall. So we're going to put a physics on this. So either you're going up, clicking on the player, component, physics, rigid body, or you can go down here and type component, start typing rigid body, and you can choose it here. Not rigid body 2D, but rigid body. Gravity's checked. We're going to go to the right, then we're going to fall. And because we're using the camera, part of it is going to sort of turn a little bit. Okay, so I want you to do all that in class today. Take your time with it. Do it 2 or 3 times. Stop the video. See if you can do it on your own. Make sure you understand it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is save a scene, right? So I've done all this. It's good. If I don't save it, nothing happens. Save as. If some of you are struggling with this, File, Save As, Scenes folder. Don't go anywhere else. Don't try to put it anywhere else. And I'm going to put down test practice. And hit enter. So if I go to my scenes and do we have it here? Let me save it again. See if it even went in there. There it is. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so I have my scene saved. Everything's good. So I want you to try all this and take your time with it and make sure that you can understand it and you can do it because we're going to be testing on it. So we're just creating a 3D object and making it move, which is pretty cool because when I first started this class, you'd have had to render all this. It wasn't real time. Anyway, give it a try. Let me know if you have any problems.